Hello, friends. A very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta, and I'm sure that all of you must be like those who are watching the session, at least those students have already started thinking about CAT examination. That is why you are attending this session because you want to devise a proper preparation strategy for yourself and you want to stay away from those myths and the mistakes that generally people will commit. Now, friends, I've already told you my name. And I'm taking this session. I can say that since I have been helping students preparing for this examination since last 15 years. So I think that I am capable enough to guide all of you in right direction so that you will not waste your time by committing those mistakes. You will not waste your time looking at all those myths, just believing all those myths about CAT examination. All right, and your preparation goes very smoothly. Now, what I have seen is like people who commit these common mistakes, people who are influenced by these myths, they end up wasting a lot of time. Now, the time that they waste, it depends on the type of mistake that they have committed. Some of the mistakes might end up wasting your some hours of study. Some mistakes might basically eat up your 10 to 15 days of the preparation. Some might waste a few months. Some mistakes might waste the entire year. But there have been some cases in which these mistakes have wasted the career of a lot of students. Okay, so I am sure that, or I believe that none of you who is watching this session will commit this mistake. That is why I have conducted this session today. Okay, so now, friends, this session will involve a little bit about the preparation strategy. Okay, we'll see what all things we can expect to happen in CAT 2024 based on the analysis of previous year paper questions of CAT examination. So I have already done that analysis. I have basically segregated the data and I have selected some of the very important topics that you must start with as your preparation for CAT examination. Also, I'll be telling you some of the common mistakes and myths that the students will have that will hamper, that will waste a lot of time during their preparation for CAT examination. So, the biggest part of the preparation strategy, the biggest role in the preparation strategy will be played by staying away from these common mistakes and myths. All right. So today's session is dedicated to staying away from the common mistakes that people will commit and some of the myths under the influence of which people might end up wasting their career as well. All right. So let's begin with this. So first of all, I'll be spending a few minutes in understanding what has happened in the last few years as far as CAT examination is concerned. Okay, and I'll also tell you what can be the probable, I can say, the pattern or the whole paper of CAT as far as CAT 2024 is concerned. Okay, right. So let's begin with this. So first of all, let's talk about what has happened in the last year. So since I'm conducting this session in the October of 2023, CAT 2023 has not happened yet. So that is why I'm talking about CAT 2022 pattern. Okay, so this is what we saw the last year in CAT 2022. So CAT is divided in three sections. The three sections will appear in this sequence. Section number one will be verbal ability, reading comprehension, and last year there were a total of 24 questions in this section. Now, what is the VARC? I'll be giving you the complete details in a few moments. The second section that will appear was data interpretation and logical reasoning, having 20 questions. The third section was quantitative ability, and again 22 questions. So overall, there were 66 questions in the CAT 2022 paper. All right. Now, these sections will appear in the same sequence in which they are mentioned in front of you, And for every section you will be having a sectional time limit of 40 minutes. So the first section will start, you will have 40 minutes to finish it. After 40 minutes, it will be submitted automatically, and the second section will start, which will again be there for 40 minutes. And after which, this section will be submitted automatically, and you will have to start with the third section for 40 minutes. So in total, 40, 40, 40 minutes sectional time limits are given to you. So total 120 minutes in which you'll have to finish 66 questions. So don't take it as entire 120 minutes in which you'll have to finish 66 questions, right? So take it as three sections, three different papers of 40, 40, 40 minutes. First section had 24, second had 20, and third had 22 questions. Okay. Now, as far as the marking scheme is concerned, plus 3 for every correct, -1 for every wrong, and 0 for unattempted question. Okay. Now, in CAT examination, the questions were asked in two different formats. There are some questions in which you will be given four options, out of which only one will be correct. And there will be some questions in which you will have to type your answers. Now, these are all short answers in the form of numbers. Okay. So let's say there is a question of quant in which you'll have to find out the value of x. You got the value of x as 24. So you will type 24 in that box. All right. So you don't have to write the explanation. Okay, so among these two types of questions, there are multiple choice questions and there are non-multiple choice questions. So there is a negative marking for multiple choice questions and there is no negative marking for multiple choice questions. All right, fine. So theta questions, we call it theta questions where you will have to type in your answer. So there is no negative marking for this category, this type of questions. All right. Now, what may happen the next year when you will be taking CAT 2024? So this is the expected paper pattern. So we are expecting somewhere around 20 to 26 questions in the first section, 20 to 24 questions in the second, and 22 to 26 questions in the third, with a sectional time limit remaining the same as well as the marking scheme. All right. So this is our expectation. Anything can happen. We can't say, we are not sure about that. But this is our take as far as pattern for CAT 2024 is concerned. All right. Now let's have a look at, quickly look at each of the sections, some of the important areas that you must start preparing for in each and every section. So I have categorized all the topics that comes under all the three sections of CAT examination in the order of their importance. Okay, so मैंने एक list बनाई है and I have segregated how many number of questions have appeared in the previous year paper questions of CAT examination from each of these topics. Okay, that will help you in understanding the importance of these areas. So if I talk about verbal ability, now verbal ability is composed of four different types of questions. Majority of the questions comes from reading comprehension, then para jumbles, para summary, and para completion. All right. If I talk about the pattern of CAT 2022, out of a total of 24 questions in this section, there were 16 questions in reading comprehension, 16 questions of reading comprehension, 3 questions of para jumbles, 3 questions from para summary, and 2 questions from para completions or odd sentence out. All right. So that means we can say that reading comprehension is the backbone of CAT examination and it has been proven over the years. Okay. So every time we have seen somewhere around 70 to 75% of the questions coming from reading comprehension only. All right. Now moving ahead and talking about the details of this. So if you will look at the type of reading comprehensions, the source from which the reading comprehensions has been taken. So we can say that 23 out of 56 passages in the last 5 years were from the experts from the books, Eon essays, and New York Times. When I say books, so it means some of the novels. All right. Also, 27 out of 56 passages, somewhere around 50% of the passages which have come in last 5 years are from three genres: sociology and anthropology, ecology, zoology and biology, philosophy and psychology. Okay, so that means you must start reading these genres when it comes to reading. Okay. So if you are well read, if you have prior information about these areas, then you will be able to have a better understanding when you are reading that comprehension, and will be able to answer, will be able to comprehend in a better way, and then will be able to answer the questions more accurately. All right. Now the other takeaways for the remaining part, other than verbal, other than reading comprehension. So important topics to study with respect to verbal ability are these topics. So you can make a note of it, because 48 out of 112 questions in the last 5 years have come from these areas. Okay. Now sources that you can go for. So there are a variety of sources, and you can go for the experts from different types of books in the past few years. Right. So this is about VARC. Now talking about being realistic in this examination. Now, that is one of the common mistakes that people do. They become unrealistic. Okay, they try to expect a lot of things from themselves, right? Now, we have been taking board examinations, college examinations. So, we have taken a lot of examinations in which we think that it is important to score more than 90% marks. I'm talking about marks. Okay, since birth, you have been targeting this barrier of 90 percentage in your examinations. Now, here the story is slightly different. Okay, now here you will get your scores in terms of percentiles. Now, percentile is another way of giving you a rank. So, if you have 99 percentile, that means you have outscored 99% of the students, and there is only 1% of the test takers that are above you, right? Now, scoring 99 percentile in CAT examination is is considered as achieving the biggest feat. Okay. Now, in CAT, if you want to be among top 1% of the students in the VARC section, a person who has scored 38.5 marks out of 72 marks. There were 24 questions multiplied by 372 marks. Now 72 का आधा कितना होता है? 36. So slightly above 36 marks, slightly above 50%, and you will be sitting among top 1% of the students, right? So this is what I mean being realistic. If you are not being realistic, if you think that you will have to score 90 percentage marks in every section, then you will basically be overburdening yourself, because that is unrealistic. Okay, 43 marks, somewhere around I can say 60%. 60% will achieve you, will get you 99.5 percentile in CAT examination. All right, fine. So this is about verbal ability section. Now let's talk about the second section, data interpretation and logical reasoning. Now in LRDI, these are the important areas. Now I have already covered these things in plenty of my sessions. So I will run through some of these things, and will put more focus on what we are here to talk about, common mistakes and the myths. Fine. So you can note down these important areas. Now, if I talk about score versus percentile, a person who has scored 29 marks out of 60 marks, there were 20 questions multiplied by 3, that is 60 marks. So out of 60, a person who has scored 29 marks, even less than 50%, has scored 99 percentile in the previous year paper of CAT examination in logical reasoning DI section. All right. Now talking about quant. So these are some of the areas in which entire quant is divided. And you would all know that arithmetic and algebra are the two most important areas as far as QA section is concerned. All right. Now, score versus percentile, a student who has got 33.5 marks out of 66. There were 22 questions multiplied by 3, that is 66. So just approximately 50% marks will get you 99 percentile in the QA section of CAT 2022. Okay, right? So if you understand these things, prepare yourself accordingly, then you will be able to achieve peace as well as the result in this examination. All right, fine. So this is about the score versus percentile. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the let's talk about first of all the overall score versus percentile for CAT examination. Now for CAT 2022, total 198 marks. There were 66 questions multiplied by 3, that is 198. Out of it, a person who has scored 82.5 marks, a way less than 50%, has got 99 percentile. A student who has got 93 marks, still less than 50%, has got 99.5 percentile. All right. Okay. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that you need to be more realistic while taking this examination. ठीक है? Unnecessarily अपने आप को प्रेशर में डालोगे, अपने आप पे burden डालोगे, then you might collapse at some point in time. Okay, now let us talk about the common mistakes related to the same thing that some students may commit. So if you are watching this session, I want all of you to make small notes so that you will not repeat these mistakes in your life. Number one, wrong expectations. So the expectations can come in any form. Expectation can be like a number of hours of study. So you start expecting that you will have to study for more than 10 hours a day. Okay. And then only you will be able to crack that examination. Now, what this thing will do? So, like you are expecting more out of yourself in terms of number of hours of studies. So now if you start devoting more than 10 hours a day, there is nothing bad in that. But understand that taking out 10 hours a day for CAT preparation, for CAT 2024 preparation starting from today, comes at what cost? You might be doing graduation, you might be working somewhere. So you'll have to cut down the time that you are devoting in your graduation studies or wherever you are working, and that will hamper that particular area. Okay, so if you'll start spending 10 hours a day for CAT preparation, then you will have to sacrifice your graduation scores, and that is not basically required here, right? Also, if you think that you are so strong in all these areas and you will just study for 1 or 2 hours a day and that will be enough, then that also is a very wrong thing to do. So, what I mean by setting up right expectations is evaluate yourself, study for the next 2 or 3 months, understand the syllabus, understand the level of difficulty, and then make a proper study plan with implementation of the number of hours. Okay, so you need to make a proper study plan. Don't make a long term goal starting from today. So, don't think that like today you make a goal that you will study for 10 hours a day for the next 10 months. No, that is not required. That is impractical to do. Okay, so what you need to do is sit, study for next 2 or 3 months, analyze the syllabus, understand the level of difficulty, and on the basis of that, make a proper study plan in which you will be setting up short term goals as well as long term goals for yourself. Okay, so this is related to the number of hours of study. Now, second wrong expectation that we make with ourselves is expecting a very high score. So let's say I am an average student, and starting today, I start expecting to get more than 90 percentile in every examination, in every mock test, in every sectional test that I take starting from now. Friends, understand that if I'm an average student, then my understanding, my knowledge, my practice will increase gradually. Okay. So if I'm scoring, let's say 20 out of 100 marks today, then overnight I'll not start scoring 80 marks out of 100. So this distance of 20 from 80 will be covered in a few months. And that you must understand, you must know it properly. Okay, so don't start expecting that you will start solving the questions of CAT examination, the questions of previous year paper of CAT examination starting from today only. Okay, so gain some knowledge, do some practice, and then try to solve those problems. Don't try to tackle those problems on day one. All right, so this is the second wrong expectation that we make from ourselves. Now, the third wrong expectation is I want to sit in IIM Ahmedabad only. There is nothing wrong in thinking that. But the word only hai na, or I am made for I am ABC, FMS or XLRI, I will not go to any other college. Now, this kind of expectation that, like a lot of people have this kind of expectation. There is again nothing wrong in having this kind of expectation. You must have a target. You must have a goal, but you should not be stubborn. Okay, so you must understand at what level you are sitting. You must be practical at the end of the day. Okay, so if you're not able to get IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or Calcutta, and you are getting any other IIMs, then you must analyze, you must compare your competency level with the competency level that is required to get into the top B schools, and then make a decision. But this particular stage will come after your CAT examination, right? So this was number one mistake or myth that we have. Number two, late start. Now, a lot of you have asked, like I have been encountering this question every now and then, that, sir, what is the right time to prepare for CAT examination, or what is the right time to start for the preparation of CAT examination? My only answer is, as soon as you are confident, as soon as you have decided that you are going to take CAT examination, you should start your preparation from that day only. Okay, so today, if you are sure that you want to write CAT examination, you want to do an MBA, then you should start your preparation today only. Now, you might hear it from some of your friends that the syllabus of CAT is very easy. Everything that we have done in mathematics up till 10th standard will be the part of QA. Everything that we have studied in verbal, it's reading comprehension, para jumbles, is the part of verbal RC. So fine, yes, they are absolutely correct. But how good you are in all those things. Now, you have done all those things earlier till 10th examination, but it's already a gap of 4 to 5 years since you have studied all those things. Also, the type of studies that we have done up till 10th standard, everything was formula based. We used to cram a lot of things. Here, that particular thing will not work. Okay, so you'll have to start from scratch. You'll have to start building all those skills once again. And this is completely a totally different game altogether. All right. So it's better to start preparing for CAT examination as soon as possible, so that on later stages you will not have any kind of pressure of other things, because there will be lots of things that will be required to study for CAT examination. Right? So it's always better to start as soon as possible, as soon as you are sure about CAT examination. Right? Now, number three is lack of continuity. Now, probably some of you might not agree with me, but let me explain. So, most of you must be in the final year of your graduation, right? Or maybe pre-final year of your graduation. So that means when you are preparing for CAT examination, you will have your graduation examinations, right? Now graduation exams होंगे, so उसके लिए हमें we'll have to take a break from our CAT studies to for the preparation of graduation examinations. Yes, you must take a break, otherwise it will be difficult for you to cope up for the graduation examinations. Now what I've seen a lot of you doing, you take, or I'm not saying you, but a lot of students takes a break of 2 or 3 months during their CAT preparation. So what they do is they study for 2 or 3 months, they cover up a lot of syllabus, they get overconfident that they have already completed the syllabus, and they stop studying for the next 2 or 3 months, and they think that okay, fine, we'll study 1 or 2 months before CAT examination. My dear friends, whatever you will study for 3 months, if you will give a break, a gap of another 2 or 3 months, everything that you have studied, you will definitely forget. Now, CAT examination is all about building skills and building momentum. Whatever momentum you have gained in these 3 months, this will be lost if you'll give a break for even a month or so. So, what I would advise is, even when you have your graduation examinations, take out 15-20 minutes, maximum half an hour, and just keep revising all the concepts that you have studied for the preparation of CAT examination. There is nothing wrong in taking half an hour. every day during your graduation examinations as well. Or you can give a break of 10 to 15 days. Generally, this is the duration of graduation examinations. Divyansh, you are asking, sir, how are academics play a major role in CAT? Divyansh, first of all, if I talk about any of the good B schools, like if I talk about the top IIMs, the top B schools in the country, every college, every B school gives some weightage to our academics in different forms. So, first of all, directly how they give weightage is they will be giving the weightage to our 10th, 12th, and graduation scores. Definitely, a lot of colleges do that. Okay. The next thing is they will be basically considering the college from where we have done our graduation. All right. So there are some colleges which consider this factor as well. But yes, academics plays a major role in the selection criteria. It will not play any role in CAT examination. CAT to written examination hai. But for the selection process in the colleges, yes, academics will play an important role. All right. Now let's continue and talk about the next mistake or the myth. Next is underestimating or overestimating the level of difficulty. So I have already covered some things about this. So what we do is we underestimate. So most of us underestimate the level of CAT examination. Some of us also overestimates कि यार CAT तो बहुत ज्यादा difficult है मुझसे तो होगा ही नहीं. So let's not take CAT examination. CAT तो देना ही बेकार है. मेरा तो कुछ नहीं होगा CAT में. So let's settle for other small colleges, other small examinations. Friends, there is nothing like that. Okay, you have done your 10th class, you have cleared your 12th examinations, you have done your graduation, right? So there is no need to create a fear for this examination in your mind. Just start your preparation, do your preparation, keep solving the questions, keep practicing the questions, okay? And go and write CAT examination. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? You will not get admission in top B schools of the country. But if you'll not take CAT, in which most of the good colleges participate, then you will not have any chance of getting admissions in those colleges. So at least CAT का एग्जाम देने से क्या होगा, हमारा कुछ ना कुछ चांस तो बनेगा. 95 परसेंटाइल नहीं आया 90 आ जाएगा, 90 नहीं आया 80 आ जाएगा, 80 परसेंटाइल पे भी बहुत सारे अच्छे कॉलेजेस मिलते हैं. So you will certainly get some of the above average colleges at 80 percentile, right? So please don't overestimate the level of difficulty, right? Now, next is practice material, the reference material that we use. Now, the problem is we are like, I would use some Hindi words. हमारा जो मन है वो बहुत चंचल और चपल होता है. Okay, so one of my friends will come and he will suggest me that Institute XYZ has a brilliant study material. So I start referring to the study material of that institute. Another friend will come and will give me a book and he will tell me that the questions given in this book are amazing. So I'll start reading that book as well. Third friend came and he will tell me that online institute, that online study material is amazing. I'll also start referring to that study material. And after a few months, I'll be referring to the study material of 3 or 4 different sources. This is the biggest mistake that people will do. Okay, Nishant, just give me few minutes. Okay, so that is the biggest mistake that we do. Divyansh, I have already covered your question. Okay, Nishant, I will be looking at your question, and Divyansh, if you want to ask something more, then please post your question and I will explain it in detail. Okay, so I was saying that referring to the study material of different institutes, different online materials, different sources is one of the biggest mistake that people commit. Now, what you must do is, I'm not asking you to refer to the study material of BYJU'S exam prep only. No, ऐसा नहीं है. You can refer to the material of BYJU'S exam prep. Yes, it is systematic, it is complete, it is comprehensive study material. But I am telling you that you must refer to the study material of only one institute completely. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि पार्शियल स्टडी मटेरियल यहाँ से ले लिया, पार्शियल थोड़ा सा यहाँ से ले लिया, थोड़ा सा यहाँ से ले लिया, नहीं, ये चीज नहीं करनी चाहिए. So you must pick up the study material of only one institute, okay, and start solving it from the beginning. Okay, don't start directly solving the higher level of difficulty questions. You will get demotivated. Okay, don't stop after solving the basic questions. Otherwise, you will you will be overconfident in that. Okay, so make sure that whichever study material you are starting, you must follow it properly. You must finish it properly, and you must practice. You must be doing the study material in a proper sequence. Okay, right? So this is one very important thing that you must be doing. The next thing is, before you directly jump to the higher level of difficulty questions, make sure that all your concepts are strong. Okay, so before you start solving questions, go through the entire concepts. So for that, you may join any of the institutes. There are online as well as offline institutes that are available nowadays. So if you can walk up to a center, you have time, then you can go and join any offline coaching, or you may go for any online coaching. Both are equally good. But make sure that clear all your basic concepts. Okay. So some of the students, some of your friends may suggest you कि यार directly question solve करना शुरू कर, and that is that is fine for each of these subjects. No, understand, believe me, that there are lots of concepts, there are lots of shortcuts that that will be written in these books only. Okay, so if you will refer to the entire study material of any of the institutes, then you will be able to cover up all the concepts as well as the shortcuts that are required to tackle this examination. Last and not the least is a proper testing material, proper testing sources. So once you are done with your concept building, then you must enter into a proper test series that offers you the complete solutions, be it video solutions, be it written solutions. We at BYJU'S Exam Prep provides video solutions for each and every mock paper that we conduct. Okay, so testing is very important. Without testing, you will not be able to analyze your performance. You will never be able to understand what mistakes you are committing, and you will not be able to improve yourself. Okay, so make sure that you start testing yourself at a right time. So once your syllabus is over, then you can, so during your concept building, you can take topic wise test, slowly and gradually finish up all the topic wise tests and start taking up sectional test. And then somewhere in the month of June or July, you can start with mock CAT papers. Okay. And after taking every test, you must do a proper analysis of that test, and then only you'll be able to improve yourself. Okay. Nishant, you were asking, sir, when there is low marks in 12th class only. Nishant, I couldn't understand your question. So you are asking when there is low marks in 12th class only. निशांत, देखो, हर एक के लिए अलग अलग वेटेज होता है. 10th क्लास के लिए अलग वेटेज है, 12th के लिए अलग वेटेज है, ग्रेजुएशन के लिए अलग वेटेज है. इट डजंट मीन दैट अगर आपके 12th में कम मार्क्स आए हैं तो यू विल नॉट गेट एडमिशन इन एनी ऑफ द गुड बी स्कूल्स. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. Okay, if you have if you don't have good marks in your graduation, in your academics, in your 10th or 12th, then your CAT score must be very good. Okay, so you can completely rely on CAT examination as well to get admissions in some of the good B schools of the country. All right, so friends, that is all from my side for the day. Thank you for being a part of this session. You can unlock the free trial on the portal of BYJU'S Exam Prep for 3 days by visiting our application, entering your mobile number, clicking start free trial, and you can get an access for 3 days free of cost on the application of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Also, all the students who are preparing for CAT 2023 and other MBA entrance examinations, they can enroll in our test series. The complete details of the test series are given on your screen. This is the list of our CAT 2022 toppers. Also, friend, the complete exam analysis of NMAT 2023, in which we'll be decoding NMAT 2023 examination will be conducted on 20th of October at 7 p.m. You'll be having a detailed analysis, expected cutoffs, and the strategy to prepare to crack NMAT 2023 discussed in this session. Get up to 90% scholarship on all our CAT preparation programs. The next scholarship test is on 21st of October at 11 a.m. So do register for this examination by visiting our application. CAT 2023 crash course is beginning from 23rd of October. This is a series of 20 PAPAC live sessions where we'll be discussing highly probable questions that will boost your section-wise score. So join us live for this crash course for CAT 2023 starting 23rd of October, 7 p.m. onwards. Also, friends, the last free All India Open Mock CAT 2023 will be live from 27th of October up till 5th of November. So register for this test by visiting our application. So you can get social with us on all these social media platforms. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. Have a wonderful time. All the best.